I am moving back more towards talent development. I went deep into red teaming. I did blue teaming. I did all the cyber stuff. And now as my career is progressing, I have been moving back into helping others develop their own careers. Okay, so first thing for you all to consider, as you sit here right now, you will need to ask yourself, what will a successful career in cyber look like for you? Right? What does that look like? When will you know that you're successful? When we think about success, I want you to hold on to this idea that you are successful and it is a state of being. You either are or you're not. Right now, as all of you sit here, you're successful. The fact that you are just here, you are learning this information, you are on your path, that is success. And the thing with success, why some may say, well, isn't that an oversimplification? Fair. Consider this. Success feels like this. I struggle well. That is my default. If you are ever in this space where you say, I am struggling well, and I am in search of longer moments of flourishing. You are searching for those moments where everything is popping, everything is moving, and then your default is treading water, struggling well. If you are there in your life, you're successful. That is success. That's what it looks like. So the first thing to consider is, what is each of your reflective processes? When you look at this right here, we each have goals. That's number one. And as we work towards our goals, we run into problems. We're not getting hired. Something's happening with the interview process. We run into problems. So this is the secret. How you diagnose and design a way forward. That is your personal reflective process. That is where you use mentors. That is where you get books. That is where you find something to figure out, how can I actually loop around and figure this out? Most people don't do this on their own by themselves. They do it with other human beings. Okay, we have too many biases and complicated things about ourselves. We need others. The career goal that you should all be looking for, realistically, this is Opinions of Austin. You can all try to be presidents of companies if you desire, but really just aim for this. Try to find meaningful work with good people. If you've got those two things, you're gonna go home and be satisfied, right? You're not gonna try to escape into God of War Ragnarok, which I am playing right now on my PS5. Well, I'm here instead of playing that. That's how important you all are. I just want you to know that. God of War got put on hold for all of you. It's that was rough. Okay, meaningful work with good people. Now, where do you find some of this meaningful work? How do you get some information on it? One thing, go to cyberseek.org. This is the most up-to-date across the United States. It is paid for by NIST, right? So the Department of Commerce is pumping money into keeping this thing updated. This is going to show the most up-to-date information that there is on what the different careers are, what you can look at, and you can see that it says what the average salaries are, what the common job titles are. Very important, okay? Now, let's say that you want to do a little bit of a deeper dive. Here is another tool. This is a tool by my agency. And what this tool will allow you to do, if you go to the NICS website, it will allow you to actually look at skills. What are the skills that you need to do a certain job? You think, I'd really like to do incident response. So you go here, you click on cybersecurity, and you'll see a job that says incident response. You click on that, and then all these bubbles will come up, and each bubble will be these different skill sets that you need to learn, or you need to develop, or you need to look into. It's a very good resource for trying to say, where would I want to go? So another one that's excellent is the DoD Exchange. If none of you have been here, this is what the DoD puts out. DoD has the most cyber people. They have the most training around, and their stuff is tight. They are structured. So this is another place to look. Now, when I'm talking about looking, this is what we have right now. I talked about how we're still professionalizing. So cybersecurity, These are the nice framework categories in the middle. And then these are examples of nice category jobs. Not everyone has adopted this, but we're trying to get nationwide everyone to adopt this structure so that we can be more standardized. When we talk about your career, so let's say you're all starting, right? You're all saying, well, what's my career gonna look like? I'm just telling you right now, it's gonna zigzag. I started in public diplomacy, and then I went into red teaming, and then blue teaming, and then social engineering, and then I was insider threat. And then I'm now back doing talent development and coaching and leadership development. It's like, that tends to be how a lot of careers go. So the trick to figuring out your personal career is that you put a little effort into trying to figure out, what am I good at? What am I really solid at? How do I become great at this? So here's some of my book recommendations, and I can drop these in. These are the top 10 books that I use with all my mentees. And I will tell you, one of the reasons why CISA has been backing CyberWarriors, and one of the reasons I am here, is because this organization is doing it right. They are using problem-based learning tactics to help you develop skill, not just knowledge, but skill in doing things. So I would just do more of that. That's going to get you far.